Hey, welcome to the channel, all about blues harmonica. So if you haven't already, thumbs up and subscribe. The 10-hole diatonic harmonica, what I'm going to talk about today. If you're starting out or you've been dabbling with different types of harmonica, what I'd suggest is to go for the, if you're going on the 10-hole, to go for the richer tuned ones, the regular harmonica, the most common one that they do. It's called richer tuning, Richter tuning, or in America they call it the blues harp, as I call it. Not necessarily have to play blues on it, but and it's, I don't really want to go into why it's that sort of layout. Okay, you can look that up in 3 seconds on Google, right? You don't need me to bore you with that sort of information. But one of the reasons for going for it is because, number one, all the manufacturers make it. Alright? So you haven't got a situation where if the manufacturer goes down and you've been working on a harmonica for 5 or 6 years and getting yourself pretty proficient, and suddenly you find you can't get the harmonica you need. It's like turning up at a piano and all the keys are in the wrong place. You'd have to start again. Alright? So that's a reason to make sure that you get the standard regular harp. Now, the thing about the harmonica itself, the main reason is because you can play anything on it. So whether you're wanting to play, so I'm playing what they call a Fijian mode there, but I might want to start playing more Arabic, or blues. Okay, as we know, we all play blues, and we can play in all 12 keys on this. All right, so there's not a problem there. We can play in all 12 keys, so we can play just about anything really. The problem, there are challenges regarding speed, particularly in some positions. So you learn to work around those, and particularly what sort of style of things you're playing, you adapt to accommodate whatever you're playing. You might play a tune predominantly in 2nd and 3rd position in a bluesy and funky sense. You might be playing in 12th or even sort of 11th positions for certain reasons, or 4th, to be able to get around it and make sure that you've still got some chordal movements, you've still got some, or tongue blocking. Combination of two. And we can do just about anything on it. Alright? So it would make sense to go for the regular harp and stick with it. Okay? When the challenges become a challenge, alright? Remember, what's really strange about this is the only instrument I know on the internet that people coach where most or a lot of the coaches on here talk to YouTube as if they're talking to a set of 3-year-olds. Alright? They're like 2 and 3-year-olds picking up a musical instrument. Now, this is a musical instrument, just like a piano is a musical instrument, a saxophone, a trumpet, a trombone, whatever. Okay, guitar, doesn't matter. It's an instrument. And you shouldn't patronise even kids when you're coaching them, you know. Because you know something? Kids know. That's the thing. A lot of people take this up because they think, oh, I've never done anything else, so I'll pick up this. There's as many challenges on this as there are on any other instrument. They're just different challenges, alright? It's not any more difficult or any more easy than any other instrument, alright? If you want to do it properly. They're all the same, okay? They're just different. And it depends on the individual how you come to approach it, alright? That's a crucial thing. Who you hang out with, who you listen to, who are the hit cats you spend your time with, and if you don't, seek them out. Because at the end of the day, it's not what you play, it's how you are saying it and how you're coming over, alright? And that's the most important thing. Those are the tips I can give today if you want to get anywhere with this. Because you see that there's an awful lot of people coaching this on the tube besides me. Hundreds and thousands of them with, you know, massive followings, which is fantastic. But there isn't enough players really doing it, is there? And why is this? That's the question that we ask ourselves. All right. So I think that you know, if it's shown in the correct way, it shouldn't be a problem. I think that's what I'm trying to say here. So you should stick with one. In my view, you should stick with one set of tuning and stick with that. If you play a piano, the piano layout's there. Yeah, all right, in guitar you might play in open tunings, but predominantly you'll probably play in a standard tuning. Flick into open tunings when you choose to, all right, because you'll just get it all down, won't you? So that's the advice really, is to stick to one thing. And when things become a little challenging, then you work through it, as we all do, okay? So that's the tip for today. Get a richer tuned harmonica, which is a standard harmonica that you'd get from any shop or online retailer or whatever. And I prefer the Marine Band and the Gold Melody series of Hohner, but Seidel and Hohner are two of the best makes. There are other good makes as well, but those are the two makes that I would recommend for you to be best placed to do well, I think. The other makes are all good, but I can vouch for that because I've been using them for an awful long time. Alright, so slow blues. You might hear this at the start. I might not have done it on this video, but I will probably put one. There'll be a link in that. Particularly, not so much in blues, but in modern jazz, for example. Playing slow and playing fast are the most difficult things. You know, when you're playing bop and you're playing at 250 and 300, okay, there's your challenge. And also when you're playing ultra slow. So you see a lot of local stuff when you go out and they play at medium tempo over everything all night, all right? But I was taught very early on that you must play up at least one number, and you must play ultra slow one number in every set, because that's the only way that you'll get that down correctly. Now in blues, we're never really playing that fast. We're not playing at 250 and 300. But sometimes ballads can be extremely, or slow blues can be extremely slow, and that can be one heck of a challenge because it's the way that you displace the notes and the story and the different story that you have to try and tell every time. And that is the key. That is the key to it. It's the endless melody key. That's what you're looking for in a good player. A lot of people have a misconception of what constitutes a good player, but that's what you should be looking for. Alright, you can get me for lessons on Harpo the Healer Wicks. Thumbs up and subscribe, as I've said. Get stuck in some blues harp, and as always, I'll catch you on the rebound.